Good evening. This is Daily Prime in local news. We are live today in the community, highlighting the residual effects of the volcanic ash that fell for the past few days as the country was reopening. The country is partially opened and the cleanup is ongoing. Barbadians are asked to wear protective gear and be careful while cleaning because the ash is a health hazard and very slippery when wet. The ash can be stored in buckets and heavy-duty garbage bags to be picked up by the authorities to be disposed correctly. Road users are reminded that the country is gradually reopening from the last COVID-19 pandemic closure. Therefore, traffic is again heavy on our roads. Speeding cars and wind are distributing the ash and polluting the atmosphere. We will now head back inside for regional and international news. On the international scene, a gunman has killed 8 people in the US. There were shots fired at a FedEx ground facility near Indianapolis main airport late Thursday night. Indianapolis police identified the gunman and stated that the former 19-year-old FedEx employee by the name of Brandon Hole shot, killed, and wounded several persons. Hole was found dead with what is believed to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. In March 2020, Hole's mother told the authorities that her son might attempt suicide by cops.
This morning, as the country reels from yet another mass shooting, many looking for answers on what, if anything, will be done. The Indianapolis shooting at a FedEx facility, leaving 8 people dead, followed a series of high-profile tragedies, including at a cabinet warehouse in Bryan, Texas earlier this month, a business complex in California April 1st that left 4 people dead, at a grocery store in Boulder, Colorado, and a string of killings at spas in the Atlanta area last month.
It's a national embarrassment.
Authorities in Indianapolis are focused on Brandon Scott Hole. Police say the 19-year-old, who used to work at the FedEx warehouse and took his own life during the attack, used 2 assault rifles purchased legally last summer. Months earlier, police had confiscated a shotgun from Hole after his mother had raised concerns about his mental state. Indiana's red flag law allows police or courts to seize guns from people deemed a danger. But authorities say Hole was not submitted to be flagged. The Biden administration is urging states to adopt and reform those red flag laws, part of a number of measures Biden introduced after the Colorado shooting, but the actions were limited. Democrats are pushing for more, including an assault weapons ban. But gun control is usually gridlocked in Washington, with some Republicans arguing Second Amendment rights need to be protected.
Every time there's a shooting, we play this ridiculous theater.
Back in Indianapolis, vigils for 8 lives, as yet another community looks for answers. And the shooter's family released a statement this weekend which reads in part, "We are devastated at the loss of life caused as a result of Brandon's actions. We tried to get him the help he needed." Meanwhile, 4 of the 8 shooting victims were members of the local Sikh community, and I was told that some family members in India are now making travel arrangements to bury their loved ones.
All right, Kathy Park for us there in Indianapolis. Kathy.
Coming up next, we have sports.